it alone. But before my usual suspect comes on air to talk to us, I just want to say something first. Today makes it 1 week officially where we had the kidnap of the 20 medical students who were on their way to a medical conference in Enugu State. They were kidnapped on the Benue Enugu Otukpo Road. In 5 days' time, makes it 8 months. That is on the 27th of August this month. Makes it 8 months. Dr. Ganiat Popola was kidnapped alongside her husband and her nephew. Although her husband was released in March 8, 2024, but she still remains in captivity. And it begs the question, how long will Nigerians, not only her, not only the 20 medical students, but to so many other persons who are still in captivity in different kidnappers' den all over Nigeria, how long will Nigerians continue to fear traveling by road, continue to fear just coming out of their homes just to get to a different destination? How long will insecurity continue to affect the country? This country has spent so much. If you look at the budget of 2024 under this present administration, a whole lot of money has been spent into the security sector, but yet we are still bedeviled by insecurity every single day. When will these people get out of their captivity? When will it come to a day where we will be seeing in the news that kidnappers, bandits were caught, kidnappers were released, ransoms were not paid? When we will have a situation when people will be picked on the road and immediately the Nigerian police or the Nigerian security agencies will swiftly get them back in less than minutes? That is a safe country, and at this point, many Nigerians do not feel safe. Good morning, Tommy.
Good morning, Uche. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine, thank you.
And how was your trip down to the office?
It was smooth. Less vehicles on the road because, fuel scarcity and all of that. So not all vehicles are ready to come outside on the road. So, smooth journey at the end.
Well, apparently for me it was the opposite because I guess it's just one fuel station around my area. And the express, actually, it's on the express, and so vehicles has to queue up there and it has been causing traffic since yesterday, a lot of traffic. So my vehicle has to maneuver to for us to get out of the traffic. So where it's going to be maneuvering is going to be very long. You understand? So it just was very frustrating this morning. But yeah, I'm here with you. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, citizens, and welcome to the newspaper review. When we come back, we'll dive quickly into the newspapers. But yeah, just stick around with us. Oluwatomi Owoborode is my name.
Join us Mondays to Fridays, 7:05 a.m. for newspaper reviews, headlines, analysis, and comments on your urban lifestyle station. High Impact 102.1 FM.
Impact Radio 102.1 FM. That's the station which you're listening to. In case you just join us, it is the newspaper review. Remember, you can be a part of the conversation for you to share your insights on basically what you think is supposed to be happening in the nation, or how hot you feel, or any perspective, or how great you feel about what's happening in the country at the moment. And the number for you to do that is 0700 1021 1021. That's for you to call. But in case you want to reach us up via WhatsApp or your regular text message, the number is 0907 224 5018. Remember, we are streaming live on YouTube at iImpact 102.1 FM. We are streaming live on Facebook at iImpact Radio 102.1 FM. We are all on your social media handles on X, on TikTok, and on Instagram at iImpact 102.1 FM. Moving on to the papers as quick as we can. We're taking the Guardian this morning, and the Guardian leads with this one. Echoes of cabinet reshuffle trail minister's performance a year after. That is page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. Echoes of cabinet reshuffle trail minister's performance a year after. Experts urge diplomacy as Chinese firm list country's assets for sale. Experts urge diplomacy as Chinese firm lists country's assets for sale. Nigeria to begin revocation of dormant oil well licenses. Nigeria to begin revocation of dormant oil well licenses. Beside that story, stakeholders set agenda for Kekereekun, new CJN. Stakeholders set agenda for Kekereekun, new CJN. Remember, the current CJN Ariwola will be retiring this month. If I'm not making a mistake, this month or next month at best, because he has gotten to the age of 70. And yeah, the name of Kekereekun has been put forward to the president to be the new CGN. So let's see how that comes out. Wike Damagum defend standpoints as PDP Rivers crisis fester. Wike Damagum defend standpoints as PDP Rivers crisis fester. Avabambi alleges plot by Jairo to spark civil arrest. Avabambi alleges plot by Jairo to spark civil unrest. In case you want to find out about that study, yes, that's all about the NLC. That is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. Tough times ahead as subsidy shaves 7.7 trillion naira of FAAC allocations. Tough times ahead as subsidy shaves 7.7 trillion naira of FAAC allocations. And finally, on the Guardian newspaper, Tinubu has mortgaged Nigerians' future to family and friends. Tinubu has mortgaged Nigerians' future to family and friends. Who is saying that? Well, that's Atiku. So go look at the Guardian for you to find out more on what the paper is saying this morning. That's all I can take on the Guardian this morning.
0700-1021-1021, or you can send us text messages or WhatsApp messages to 0907-224-5018. I have with me the Daily Trust newspaper. I'll quickly go through that. The major story on the front page of the Daily Trust says airstrikes killed 5 Boko Haram commanders in Borno, says an NAF. Airstrikes killed 5 Boko Haram commanders in Borno, says NAF. A writer says terrorists slay many miners in Niger. Terrorists slay many miners in Niger. 3 soldiers, 15 bandits die in Plateau raid. 3 soldiers, 15 bandits die in Plateau raid. You can read that on page 4 of the newspaper. And above that, you see Kano Anti-Graft Agency probes 660 million naira fresh water contract scam. Federal government targets $100 billion investment, 2 million jobs from creative economy. Federal government targets $100 billion investment, 2 million jobs from creative economy. New Northern Group to meet leaders over regions' problems. New Northern Group to meet leaders over regions' problems. A PDP crisis. If I open up, it won't be pleasant. Who said that? They say Damagum. If I open up, it won't be pleasant. We are begging you, sir, open up. We want to hear it. Our ears are itching. So I don't know why you come on our ears. You come on to just be giving us hints, giving us
snippets.
Right? If you want to say it with your full chest and let us absorb everything. So
that's what the news is all about.
Exactly. Don't be threatening us with things that
with stories that you might not give to us.
Exactly. So please, we are waiting for you to open up. But this is on page 11 if you're also curious to know that. Ribadu El-Rufai Tambua meets at Atiku's residence in Abuja. Ribadu El-Rufai Tambua meets at Atiku's residence in Abuja. Federal government hikes passport fees. Federal government hikes passport fees. I was listening to someone, it was 2 days ago or so, and the person was saying the Minister of Interior is trying, is doing a lot, is doing this, is doing that. And I'm saying this, I'm saying, okay, is it because people are saying that you're working? Is it because people are saying you're doing is that why this hike is there? But I don't know. If you want to know, and if you want to know how much or how many percent it has been hiked, you can read that on page 6 of the newspaper. And lastly, on the front page of the Daily Trust, abducted Sokoto district head dies in captivity. I saw this yesterday. Abducted Sokoto district head dies in captivity. I don't know if you saw the video when he came out to say that they actually are, I think the ransom was something billion. Well, I think 1 billion was paying for the government, 1 billion naira.
Nigeria has a huge number problem.
It
Like
is.
they just call numbers. Like,
Numbers.
how is that man supposed to have a billion
Billion
naira?
naira.
Is Nigeria that smooth? Is it very good that people there are a lot of billionaires here and there? Because they just call numbers out of nowhere, bam. Like
billion.
like it's meant to. Wow.
A very sad word on the front page of the Daily Trust, and that's all I have on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper.
From the Daily Trust straight to the Punch newspaper this morning. Remember, you can still send in your messages. We have a couple of them. We will definitely get to them to read them to you. But you can still reach out to us on 0907-224-5018, or you can call us on 0700-1021-1021 for you to share your own thoughts on some of the stories that caught your attention or any other issues happening in the country. The Punch newspaper says PDP chair Wike tackle Clark as anti-Fubara plot thickens. Wike tackle Clark as anti-Fubara plot thickens. Two riders to that particular story. Pro-Fubara Wike assemblies hold parallel sessions. Rumble in NWC over Rivers governor. I won't quit PDP, says Wike as the Kimi heads disciplinary panel on ex-governor anti-party cases. I won't quit PDP, says Wike as the Kimi heads disciplinary panel on ex-governors anti-party cases. We have pictures of so many things happening here on the Punch newspaper. So in case you want to see the pictures, who's on the pictures, well, you need to go get the Punch newspaper. Beneath the picture, Togo Benin owe Nigeria $14 million for electricity. Togo Benin owe Nigeria $14 million for electricity. That's according to the NERC. E-hailing drivers reject fare/threaten strike. E-hailing drivers reject fare/threaten strike. You need to go see that on page 4 and page 5.
You threaten strike nowadays. Commercial bosses there.
How many commercial buses are working nowadays?
Don't worry.
And do you know how much? And your steez and all of that for those so many people.
Hailing buses, hailing rights came in.
Anyone
Our
we follow
government,
but
right,
we jump down for we jump molu every but
I'm
hey,
joking,
the fuel is crazy, and
It
I'm
is,
trying to
it
imagine the
is.
price and how much they have to give
It
to the servicing companies and
Yeah.
how much they have
They
to
have to
take
take
home.
it, yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's really really crazy.
It is.
FG working to avert impending ASU strike. That is ministry. FG working to avert impending ASU strike, according to the ministry. Page 28 is where you will find that one. Above the nameplate this morning, Dangote Refinery reduces crude import from the US. Dangote Refinery reduces crude import from the US. Government plans fresh $100 billion investment. Well, you won't find out what those investments are. Page 16 of the Punch newspaper is where you will see it. FG hikes passport fees to 50,000 naira and 100,000 naira. Yeah. So in case you want to know, that's from the one which reaches 50,000 naira now used to be 35,000 naira,
35.
and the one which is 100,000 naira used to be about 70 something or thereabout.
Wow.
So, hi, that's the price for the new passport, and that's the much the Punch has for us this morning.
So yeah, I'll quickly go through the Vanguard newspaper with me so we can quickly head over to the second segment of the newspaper review this morning. It says Vanguard, it says petrol scarcity worsens as marketers load at 780 naira per litre. That this is very, 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 very high. Riders transport fares rise by over 200%. You can tell me again because I know what that feels. Transporters lament impacts on business. Nigeria becoming failed state, says Pegasan. Nigeria becoming failed state, says Pegasan. And above the nameplate, food inflation reducing will reduce it further. Finance Minister. Food inflation reducing will reduce it late further. Finance Minister. Okay. And end bad governance. The CSOs berate federal government over prolonged detention of protesters without charges. I think this should actually be put to stop in the country where they will just hold people without charges. It doesn't call for it. This is on page 6 as the story. Federal government increases international passport fees. I think this is a recurring story in all newspapers this morning. A police invitation to Ajero. More critical unions give strike notices as US-based union petitions Nigerian embassy. You can read that on page 5 of the newspaper. And beneath that, federal government finally criminalizes the vandalism of telecom facilities in New Gazette. Page 26 has the story. Nigerian main Dangote Colossus, it must now handle him wisely. And on the sports corner of the Vanguard, it says the 2024 Paralympic Games. That's what most Nigerians are looking forward, because definitely they're
always champions there.
Always one of on the medal table.
Like they always make us proud.
They always make us
every
proud.
single time.
Yeah, they do.
Every
And
single
you know,
time.
people now say that Nigerians are now nicknamed disabled country because our people with our Paralympians actually bring us the medals. But yeah. Sports ministers dangle 24 million naira cash reward for gold medalists. Definitely, you would actually pay them because they will bring in gold medal. They will bring the golds. So that's all I have on the. No, that's not all I have on the front page of the Vanguard. Fake certificates. Uganda, Kenya write jam and demand students verification. Uganda, Kenya write jam and demand students verification. Page 9 has the particular story. It's a recurring story from I think last week or last 2 weeks, where jam and fake result certificates and all. And Mr. and Mrs. I've warned him severally not to masturbate his wife. Yesterday, he saw a man admiring and chatting up the woman through their window. Mrs. says, "Is that not what football enthusiasts call transfer window?" Wow. Wow, Mrs. You know about football. I'm surprised.
She used the perfect analogy.
She's very smart.
I'm telling you. Well, that's the Vanguard for us this morning. Yes
it is.
Quickly, let's check out the messages before we go on a short break, and when we come back, we will be talking to our analysts. Now, one of the messages is coming from John Amodu from Simawa, and it says, "Good morning, our Impact Radio." John Amodu from Simawa, Ogun State. On the invitation of NLC President, he should answer the call by the Nigerian police. Is not above the law. The labor union are threatening to go on strike if Ajero is arrested. For crying out loud, who did labor help in this country? Immediately the fuel subsidy was removed, I expected a proactive response from labor. During the end hunger protest, the labor did not show a proactive concern about the feeling of the poor masses. They are only fighting for their pockets and few civil servants, but don't have interest of Nigerians in mind. Even if the national grid is shut down, it's still the poor masses that will suffer. As for Tinubu extravagant expenditure and accumulation of wealth at the expense of the poor masses, in no distance time, nature will take its course, and no one is above God. It's time to look into God and ask for divine intervention in the land. The second one says, the recent announcement in hike in national passport. I think it's still from John Amodu, just giving a final, take on it.
Yeah.
So the recent announcement in hike in national passport price is shocking. What will Nigerians enjoy in their land again? All social amenities prices are highly on the high side. That is electricity hike, fuel hike, food hike, accommodation hike, now passport hike. How can the poor breathe amidst all this hike? Did Tinubu want to kill Nigerians? There is God, though. Well, that one's from John Amodu from Simawa. That's his own thoughts on the issues happening in Nigeria. Let's go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll have Comrade Arifule Bright as he gets to talk to us on some of the stories that made headlines this morning. Don't go nowhere.
Join us Mondays to Fridays, 7:05 a.m. for newspaper reviews, headlines, analysis, and comments on your urban lifestyle station. High Impact 102.1 FM.
Hey, cash flash time.
Na money time oh.
If you not play,
na you lose oh.
But if you not come win today,
you fit win tomorrow.
Yes, so this na high cash flash where you fit win awoof money brekete. Just dial *347 *972#. Select your urban station High Impact 102.1 FM. Then go sama you code where you fit use buy ticket for 500 naira pere. And not forget say the more you buy ticket, the more chances you get to hammer better money. To play and more to you fit also visit our website for highcashflash.com. Time na money oh.
Oh yeah, dial *347 *972# to enter the high cash flash.
You see this money?
Last, now we go chop am oh.
High Cash Flash is powered by Lasho Trading Services Limited and licensed by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority. Not suited for anyone under 18. Play responsibly.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information, call
0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Join us Mondays to Fridays, 7:05 a.m. for newspaper reviews, headlines, analysis, and comments on your urban lifestyle station. High Impact 102.1 FM.
High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. In case you are just joining us, you are welcome to the newspaper review. We are the second half of the segment where we get to talk to our analyst and talk about some of the stories that made front page this morning. We'll be speaking with a political analyst, a media consultant, and a human rights advocate, Comrade Amefule Bright. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, my brother Corey. Good morning, our dear listeners.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. I'll go quickly into it because we are really short of time, and I'll really need you to touch the details as quick as you can. It's 1 year of the ministers in office of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we all heard when the president said there's always going to be check and balances of his ministers. People who are not performing will be trimmed off, and the ones who are performing will get the necessary nod and all of that. In your own opinion, do you think any particular minister has stood out in this administration, and what would you say the performance of the ministers of this administration has done exceptionally well?
Well, I want to start by commending some of the ministers. If I'm permitted, I will use the Minister of the Interior as the benchmark to scoring effectiveness in service and meeting the yearnings of Nigeria at that particular aspect of the ministry is overseeing. And these are these other ministers who are also working tirelessly in line with the vision of the current administration. And no thanks to some of the ministers who have, in one way or the other, have embarrassed the country in many occasions. And we expected the president to do a shake-up. He has been promising us a shake-up since the last 3 months. But today, no shake-up has been witnessed by Nigerians, and some of the, in quotes, incompetent ministers are still enjoying the peripherals of the office. So regrettably, we are in a country where incompetency and the lack of effective service delivery is lacking. And when the driver, who is the president, despite the whole information gathered against such persons and offices, but still there is no responsiveness in meeting up to the yearnings of Nigeria. Kudos to the Minister of Interior. Kudos to some other ministers who would, because of time, won't continue to mention their name. But I know, Nigerians know the ones that are performing. Nigerians know the ministers that are meeting the targets of their ministries and ensuring that in their little area, they are doing a great work.
Oh, you recommended the Minister of Interior, but it was also on the news this morning for there is an increase which will start September 1 for the passports from 35,000 naira to 50,000, and one which is worth about 70-something thousand naira, 200,000. In as much as, yes, people have been getting their passport, I don't think Nigerians will see this as a positive light. Do you think?
Well, in as much as there are attendant bottlenecks, in trying to deliver, but he has really done substantially well.
Even with the increase in price that we just had now, which will start in September 1.
The increment He have in many occasions explained the increment. I wouldn't know, maybe some Nigerians might not be convinced enough, but we keep on pushing and advising that he consider the price, considering the level of economic quagmire like the country is currently facing. That could have generated a lot of disaffection by Nigerians. But we keep on appealing to him. We keep on encouraging him. We keep on supporting him. Okay. And also, I want to also use this medium to commend the Minister of Aviation. The young man has also shown high level of seriousness in administration. He has shown commitment. He has shown passion for service. Let me also commend him with this little time to also encourage him to keep on doing the sanitization process he's doing in the aviation sector. If you go to our airports today, you will agree with me that there is tremendous changes, and we need to support and encourage him to continue to do his best in making sure that Nigerians are safe on the air and in the airports.
Okay, let's move quickly to we see the Ajaero issues happening in all over. The NLC is what most people are talking about now, and Ajaero has answered and says he's going to be, but through his lawyers, that he's going to be in the police station to answer any questions on the 29th of August. But we're still seeing talks on the background from the NLC, still talking about maybe they will go on strike if anything happens to Ajaero, all of this, all of that. Should the NLC involve the national issues when it comes to personal issues at this point?
My heart bleeds because in Nigeria today, what we have is the NXC, a political affiliation called NLC. You see, when you have an NXC that is politically conscious, and we have a president who is allegedly eyeing to be the governor of Imo State, and a whole lot of alignments and realignments politically, you find out that the NSC has lost its substance, has lost its vision. If NSC used to, in Nigeria, when NSC used to be NSC and TUC, what Nigerians are suffering today, the cry of end bad government would have been a thing of past. If NSC will come out openly and from an unbiased point of view and live up to their mandate, we wouldn't have been where we are today. Today, the NSC president is being mauled around, by the police because one way or the other, some things has gone under the carpet, and that is what they have subjected the union into. And Nigerians are not surprised because this is what we have been crying for. See, this platform should be a platform that should be the last hope of Nigerians when the judicial system has failed us. But we have a NLC that has so much attached themselves into the government, that has so much attached themselves into some political parties, that has so much attached themselves into some individuals working with the government. So how can they perform? They are not like a toothless bulldog. That is why the police can now accuse the president and nothing has been happening till today. I just read in a paper where the Saworo and Co are saying, supporting that there will be a mobilization to occupy the police because of the NLC. Have you asked the president where did he lost it? What went wrong that NLC president, with all the peripherals of his office and the trust Nigerians have on him, what went wrong? How did he not be so? How is he not being subjected into invitation and counter invitations? So they have lost it, and it's unfortunate that Nigerians are left to take it to the street when there is a successful body that should shut down this country and everything will return to normalcy within 24 hours. But we don't have that type of NSC. That is why you see people now mobilizing themselves and being killed on the road because of bad government protest. When we have a statutory body that should shut down the ministry, shut down the every aspect of the government, and the government will be forced to do the right thing.
Okay, I want to move close to home for you for this one. That's I'm talking about moving to talking about River State at this point. We see the issues in River State going back and forth. The Wike faction, the Fubara faction, even in the House of Assembly, the State House of Assembly. There, the sessions of the Fubara sessions are having different sessions. The Wike pro-Wike factions are having different sections. That seems like a divided state, like a state governed by two different persons. And we know that the only duly elected governor is Fubara, Sim Fubara, and he was also returned by the court of law, which makes him the governor. Should this be happening in River State at this point? And secondly, do you also agree with those who say Wike shouldn't be in the PDP because he's into anti-party issues, because he's seen many times with the APC and is actually working under the APC government?
Personally, I want to commend Damagun and the National Working Committee of PDP for waking up from their long overdue slumber by setting up a disciplinary committee that should oversee the exercise of Your Excellency, distinguished Governor Yusuf Wike. We need to lead this by the ball, because Wike's excesses. See, Wike's activities is what is fueling the whole factions and the whole activities we are seeing, ill activities that we are seeing in River State. If this disciplinary committee will be bold enough and be very proactive to call a spade, not a garden fork, by suspending Wike, that's from the PDP, and giving him some sanctions that should restrict some of his power from carrying out some of the activities he's doing in River State together with the APC. That will go a long way to checkmating his excessive power. But PDP has been sleeping, but I'm happy yesterday we were able to see the National Working Committee waking up from their slumber to say, let this thing be done, specifying the terms and conditions of the committee being set up. So we believe that as the week runs by, let us see the activity, let us see their reports, let them call the man, call Wike to order. By the time he now understands that the party and the leadership of the party is against leaving the leaders in the South, when they come together to call him to order through the party, it's either he leaves the party and his excesses reduce to some point, then he will now know that those supporting him in River State, who are also having one leg in PDP and having one leg in APC, their activities will not be defined, and the sanity will gradually be restored in River State. So it's a good step from the National Working Committee of PDP, and let us see their unbiased report, and let us see how the next week will go with this shenanigans in APC and PDP. So he has broken a very dangerous record in River State, where you will be in PDP and also be administering in APC. That is very unfortunate in our polity and in our nascent democracy.
Okay. Finally, this one, and I want you to, conclude on this and also give your final take after this question. The Chinese firm, with the issue has been since they seized 3 private jets, and one was returned, which the president used in going to France for a work stay, as they said. And yesterday, we saw in the news that one of the houses, the Nigerian guest houses in Liverpool, the UK, was put on sale on eBay for $2.2 million. What does that say about our image, and what does that say about, getting foreign investments into this country? What does that say on our relationship with other countries?
Well, the damage has been colossally been done. By the time Nigerians wake up one morning some weeks ago and discover that 3 of our presidential jets was seized.
Hold on, sir. Before you go on, let's just pick this call and you will get back to you, sir. Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Mr. Charles calling from Journalist Estate.
Okay, talk to us real quick, sir.
Yeah, can I say something about Wike?
Okay, talk to us.
All right. It's not much. what Wike is trying to do in Rivers. It's what the current president did in Lagos. And the same thing, want to institutionalize the same thing in my state, Edo State. And we told him that it don't be Lagos. No state belongs to one man. Just like us, Nigeria does not belong to one man. Now look at what we are going through now. Because we have strong men and not strong institutions. The way it's going now, don't you think both UK issue and Nigerian issue, which we have leaders. If you know why I'm pausing, because I played a very vital role. I am one of your veteran colleagues. You see, if time is not taken, it will snowball, it will explode. What is going on in Rivers, and there it will lead to Nigeria. These are certain sets of people who felt the masses belong just because they have gotten money legally or illegally. That they have pocketed the state, the masses, Nigeria. But for how long? What has a beginning, we have an end. What is needed in Rivers is to, we can have committed them enough for the PDP to throw him out. And there will be peace. We will not see a position that will resist all this. I don't know what term to use and qualify what you know what is going on in Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
We are blessed with everything in every state, but this strong men feel it will not last forever.
Sure. We need to round off, sir.
Current president is running. Yeah, I'm coming. The current president is what we can want to see. Two strong men feel they are strong, but they cannot be stronger than the masses. They cannot be stronger than Nigerians. I played a role in Tempo, if you ever know Tempo, fighting the military government. Today, where is the military? So chocolate, one man said he has military. He has a soldier. Is that not reasonable offense? The current leadership is on record there that he has a foot soldier, whatever. It's reasonable. These are the people that should be put behind the bar, and not those who are fighting against injustice, like Shore and the rest.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your contribution. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So finally, please quickly.
Yes. Finally, Nigerians has been embarrassed globally and locally. You know, when an old woman in the village now is afraid that I was in the village for the August meeting this period, and the news is everywhere that our private jet has been seized by the Chinese. They are coming to recolonize us. So, you know, when this type of message has gone to the local grassroots, and people are now aware that our country is being embarrassed. So the damage has been done. So what the federal government just needs to do is to hide their shame, faces in shame, and possibly apologize to Nigerians and enter into a closed-door negotiation with this firm. You know, that will go a long way to curtail further embarrassment. And look at this morning now that Liverpool has been confiscated. These are some of the national and global embarrassment that will continue to haunt our economy. How can a potential investor now come to a country that cannot able to fulfill their contractual term with a Chinese firm? How can they be encouraged and be motivated to come to a country that cannot hide their footing in keeping to terms and agreements of a contract? So our economy is suffering, and these activities have continued to hamper hinder our progress and our development in terms of restoring the economy and trying to make sure that the situation is stable. So it's an unfortunate situation, and the country is embarrassed. The federal government just needs to swing into action, enter into a closed-up dialogue with these firms to curtail further embarrassment, because as we continue to speak, nothing is being done. This embarrassment will continue to snowball into another more embarrassing situation. So it's advisable they do the needful and they save us from this global shame.
Okay, I want to say a very big thank you, Comrade Hami Fulebright, for coming this morning. That's a fine way for us to leave it this morning. Thank you so much for joining us today, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you another Thursday morning, sir.
God bless you, my brother. God bless High Impact FM.
Thank you so much. Well, hopefully the government will do the needful to make sure save us from the global embarrassment which we are facing at this point. Imagine when you go on eBay and you get to see available for sale Nigerian guest house, $2.2 million. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
You know, so we have a message here. Yes, a couple of them too.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
messages here. This one is from, I think, Joseph Ayer from Lambert. Good morning, High Impact. As our presidents, governors, and other top office holders are touring the globe, spending so much money in the process, have they never got across a functional refinery, standard medical facility, reliable technique for crime fighting, and working environment in those countries to at least replicate some in Nigeria? Why are we this unlucky leadership-wise? Joseph Ayer from Lambert. Well, this one is from Victor Aya from Ogba. Good morning, High Impact FM. Good morning to you. We are the federal government farms. Can't the federal government have farms to show example to Nigerians? Didn't General Olusegun Obasanjo have a farm as military head of state under his program of Operation Feed the Nation? Didn't President Shehu Shagari own a farm under his Green Revolution program? This government is not living by example. Like I said earlier, this is Victor Aya from Ogba.
Well, but we could also remember the first lady actually came out to plant vegetables a couple of times. Yeah. So, I'm just saying there were, you know, even if it was just in the month and it were all ripe and all good. But,
right.
You know, so I was wondering if it took just a month for vegetables to grow.
Maybe there's a new manure that's been sold.
Good seedlings
at affordable prices.
Anyways, it's a fine way to leave it this morning right here on the newspaper review on our Impact Radio 102.1 FM. It is really, really important for the government of the day to know that the daily lives of Nigerians is important. Insecurity is affecting us on a daily basis. The price of food, the price of everything is up. Absolutely everything. And now the price of getting a passport, in case you have all plans to, you know, identify yourself with a Nigerian passport, has increased to 50,000 to 100,000 naira. When will things get to a point where we won't be thinking of, increment, and more of making things better for the average Nigerian, for the citizens? Because at the end of the day, we are the ones who are going to stick up out this money. So why not you make life easier for us to make this money so we can in turn give you back this money? Because, hey, we'll pay tax, won't we? That's the way government should earn money. But there should be a means of we making the money before you can earn the money from us. And if you can make that happen for Nigerians, I'm sure Nigerians will be happy everywhere they find themselves. Till I come your way again tomorrow for another exciting edition of the newspaper review. My name is Uche Okore. Have yourself a beautiful Thursday ahead.
And my name is Oluwatomi Owoborode. Just know that the Morning Impact show continues. This is Throwback Thursday. And you want to stay tuned on your urban lifestyle station, High Impact 102.1 FM.
Join us Mondays to Fridays, 7:05 a.m. for newspaper reviews, headlines, analysis, and comments on your urban lifestyle station.